for the fans, welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
The Vancouver Legion have made the 2,800-mile journey to the site of tonight's game here at the I in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as the Florida Storm gets set to take on those Vancouver Legion. Good evening, everyone. I am Mike Daggs, and alongside me in the booth is the Hall of Famer, Matt Wilson. On stats tonight, the inspiration for the 1989 Nintendo Classic, The Adventures of Bayou Billy. It's Gerald Smith, and also Tyler Falk is tagging along as well. Our producer is SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine. You are watching the Simulation Football League on For the Fans. Matt, how you doing tonight?
I'm sad, Mike. I sold my Nintendo.
I know. I still have one, Matt. We'll play together. Matt, tonight's game, two of the top teams in the league, they face off. With the Los Angeles Lycans losing to Jacksonville last night, the Vancouver Legion can take first place in the Pacific Division if they can pull off the win on the road tonight. For Florida, they currently hold the top spot in the Atlantic Division. But with that Jacksonville win, it keeps them hot on their heels, and a victory here at home would keep them in that top spot, and a loss would force the outcome to be determined by tiebreakers. So an important game for both teams. Look at Ron Cochran down on the field in pink, Matt. Wow. What does each team need to do to secure that win tonight?
It's strength versus strength tonight, Mike. Vancouver is the number one scoring and passing offense in the league. Florida's defense is number 4 in points allowed, number 5 in pass yards allowed. Florida defense needs to get pressure on Tom Pepper and force turnovers. For Vancouver, they need to remain balanced and keep Robert Redford involved. Which team will improve their playoff seeding, Mike? There's only one way to find out, and that's on the field.
All right, Matt, well, we will get down to the field momentarily. Kickoff is just moments away. The hot pink
Holy crap.
Florida Storm. Well, this is going to take some getting used to.
Don't turn down your contrast on your TV, folks. I might have turned my monitor black and white.
You are seeing these colors correctly. The Florida Storm in hot pink, intense. Vancouver Legion in gold. They will receive the opening kickoff and return it straight up the pipe to the 23-yard line. And yes, indeed, Vancouver in gold, Florida in pink. Miami Vice uniforms, I'm being told that they are called. Personally, I'm calling them very, very bright. So with that, Tom Pepper leading his offense out onto the field to get things started in this one. 3 receivers in an I formation for the first offensive snap. Beautiful weather down here in Fort Lauderdale. Ball is handed off to Robert Redford, and he goes nowhere. Tackled right at the line of scrimmage, brings up a 2nd down and 10. Starting offense for the Vancouver Legion. Quarterback Tom Pepper, and you just saw halfback Robert Redford. The wide receivers, Brett Killian, Kendra Hall, and Andy Hamilton. The tight ends, James Walters and Dan Daly. The guards, Michael Percoco, and the tackle is Mike Newtones. 2nd down and 10 now for the Legion. Ball is once again handed off to Redford, and he gets a nice gain on that one. Runs up the middle for 7, brings up a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 now. I would think Vancouver would want to throw. They've come out pretty run heavy so far. So
And welcome back to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Apologies for the brief outage, but we are back live with the action. It's now a 4th down and 3 after the 3rd down and 3 was unsuccessful. Brian Patrick on to punt for the Legion. Punt is away and a fair catch called for at the Florida 39-yard line, and that is where the Florida offense will take to the field for the first time this evening, led by quarterback Ron Cochran. Looking at the rest of the starting lineup, the halfback is Charlie Beletsky, the fullback J.W. Doyle, wide receivers Stephen Bush, Jeff Como, and E.J. Minson, the tight end Veridin Zharkov. Center is Joseph Wade, and the tackle, Greg McDonaldson. Ball is handed off. It looks like that one went to Doyle. Carried straight up the gut for a gain of 4 yards.
Yeah, that's always something Alaska was known for. They were the ones that kind of pioneered. Actually, they ran only a fullback at one point, so if Doyle gets involved, that could be very good for this Florida offense.
And we have our first Alaska sighting of the night. We should have somebody keep a count on that. They are the Florida Storm, Matt. They've moved from one coast to the other.
I thought I said Florida. My brain says one thing and my mouth says another.
Beletsky with a run off tackle to the right will gain 3 on the play, setting up a 3rd down and 3 now for the Florida Storm. We'll see if they have better success than Vancouver had on their 3rd down and 3.
Can I call them the Miami Vice? That would help.
Now you'll still forget. Off tackle in the backfield, offside eye, and the J.W. Doyle takes the carry up the middle for a gain of about 4, gets that 1st down and 10. Let's talk about the starters here on the Vancouver Legion defense. The defensive line is made up of Achilles Papatonis, Mike Coverson, and Gerald Giudice. The linebackers, Kevin Brackett, Josh Farnsey, and Kyler Murray, Ashley Rose Finch, Dean Maddox are the corners. The safeties, Major Key, Nate Hall, and Mark Lopez. 1st down and 10 now from midfield. Ball is handed off to Beletsky, who's got a good running lane off to the left. Gets into Vancouver territory, tackled at the 36-yard line.
Nice job by Beletsky to hurdle over a defender. I think it was at his feet there. Good blocking all the way around. 68 pulling. And watch the guy right here. Beletsky's like whoop. Little track practice. He was a hurdler in college.
Could be.
It's a great Beletsky.
The great Beletsky.
Bullet Beletsky.
Two receivers split out wide to the left. 2 backs in the backfield. Cochran under center. Ball is handed off to Beletsky again. Wrapped up and tackled after a gain of 3 yards. We'll set up a 2nd down and 7.
Alaska at Florida doing a lot more running than
2.
They had 2. A lot more running than they're used to. Than they're used to running, and yeah, this is watch out for the play action here from Cochran. No.
The ball is handed off again to Beletsky and absolutely leveled in the backfield by Kevin Brackett. No gain on that play. We'll set up a 3rd down and 7. And Matt, Beletsky had 21 carries for 47 yards last week in their win over the DC Dragons. 47 yards total. He's already got 20 on the Florida Storm's opening drive. 4 wide receivers on 3rd down and 7. There's the play action you were looking for, and it is successful. Hitting his target over the middle. That's E.J. Minson.
Ron Cochran must have ran that play about, I don't know, every season of his career, every game of his career, and guess what? Still working. That ain't broke, don't fix it.
Correction is Jeff Como with the reception. Getting his first of the day. 6 catches for 113 yards last week, including a long of 35.
Now he's on the pine, the poor guy.
He got tired after that catch. Cochran looking, swings this one out to the running back, who gets it up to the 15-yard line, and they'll go into the hurry-up.
Here we go. Maybe the old vet sees something he likes, or maybe the top of the screen out route.
Cochran stepping up into the pocket, firing over the middle, and that one's caught all the way down to the 2. They hurry back up. And that time it's E.J. Minson with the catch.
Now the corners are playing much more uptight. We'll see. Cochran sees there's an out to the top.
Cochran looks, fires towards the end zone. Caught, touchdown, J.W. Doyle.
Fullback.
Hashtag throw it to the fullback?
No, Mike, no. We saw with Truckee Steck what happens when you throw it to fullbacks. Boing, 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 pick.
Well, Doyle got the touchdown, Matt.
Like he's a little bit higher paid than Truckee. I don't know, man. Number 56 there. I think he rides the pine for a reason, Mike. He looked like a deer in the headlights, and Cochran nicely floated it, recognized the inexperienced linebacker, and great throw to the fullback, which, again, you don't see very often, unless it's, a flare out or a screen or something.
Florida with the first passing touchdown, first points of the ball game. That's the 14th passing touchdown on the season. Extra point is up and through. Kind of sitting at the middle of the pack, Matt, as far as offenses go, passing touchdown-wise. They rank 12th in the league out of 24. About to see Vancouver's passing offense come back out onto the field. They're number 1 in multiple categories: points per game, passing yards per game, total yards per game, passing touchdowns per game, third down percentage. So this offense is definitely one that is in great position to be able to keep up with Florida in scoring. Didn't see much on their first drive of 3 and out, but I'm expecting some fireworks.
Oh, sorry, I got a little excited there. That spin, I'm like, man, that guy could be gone. Not quite, but good run back there by number 33.
Yeah, returned by Dean Maddox. Gets that one up to the 26-yard line, and we will see Tom Pepper come back out onto the field now for drive number 2. Pepper short drop, out route up to the top of the screen, caught by Brett Killian, the 6'5" target, having quite a season. Gets his first catch of the ball game there. So far on the season, Brett Killian, 58 receptions, 826 yards. That's good for 5th in the league. And he's got 6 touchdowns. That's 4th place. Adding on to the yardage total, and he'll continue to climb those leaderboards.
I'd love a play with that in first down, because get you 4, and now, Redford time.
Redford time indeed. Can't quite get the block he needed on the outside. He'll be tackled for a loss on the play.
This Alaska front is very fierce. When Alex Dominguez is anchoring any front, it's going to be hard to penetrate.
Evan Carroll with the tackle for a loss.
What, something funny?
Well, that was the third Alaska of the ball game. Third down and 8 now. Matt, unacceptable. Pepper, deep drop, looks, fires deep down the middle, has his target. It's Kendra Hall, another one of the top receivers here on the Vancouver Legion offense. Brett Killian and Kendra Hall getting it done through the air on this drive.
Yeah, that's one thing Vancouver brings to the table, the big playability, especially Kendra Hall is a ridiculous average and wide open middle of the field, gets behind the Florida defense.
Hey, I see what you did there, Matt.
Old dogs can sometimes learn tricks 50% of the time.
Kendra Hall averaging 16.4 yards per reception. That is top 10 in the league. She's also got 8 touchdowns on the season. That's good for 2nd place. Pepper throwing over the middle, and there's a flag on the play, but the catch was made by Andy Hamilton. Not to be outshined by Brett Killian and Kendra Hall. Andy Hamilton getting involved in the passing game as well. We'll see what the flag is.
PI?
And it is indeed pass interference called on Maverick Hughes, and this will give us an opportunity to talk about the starting defense here for the Florida Storm. Deontay Stoneville, Alessandro Tomaello, and Alex Dominguez, Matt's personal friend,
big,
who likes to sack him all the time. That's the defensive line. The linebackers, Eric Hammer, Maverick Hughes. The secondary, Ryan Davidson, Evan Carroll, Adam Jones, Ryan Tobin, and Andrew Francis. First down and 10 now from the 26-yard line. Ball is handed off to Redford, and he goes nowhere. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
And Florida there in the goal line defense, Mike. Vancouver would be it would be good for them to have a pass off of that because they could really rip Florida down the field.
2nd down and 10 now from the 26. Pepper throws as his target. And that one's good for another 1st down caught by Dan Daly.
Florida brought the late blitz, but it didn't get there. And Pepper's like, yep, just got to wait for one of my options to get over and just great throw, great catch under the corner.
1st down and 10 now from the 13. 3 down linemen for the Storm.
Be running here all day long.
Pepper will throw, but still swings it out to Redford, who's trying to make something happen, and that just did not work out well. A loss of 7 on that pass.
Well, there's the Goodyear blimp himself, Dominguez. He's not the slenderest man in the field, but boy, he hits hard.
I saw a whole lot of beef. I can't believe that you call him the Goodyear blimp.
Well, look at him. He's like 2 feet tall, but like 5 feet wide.
He is going to murder you.
65 tons of American pride. I think he's American. He might not be. I don't know.
2nd down and 17. Oh, no. Pepper short drop, swings this one out to Redford. Redford trying to make up the yardage that he lost. Can get 5 of it back, but it's going to set up a 3rd down and a long 12.
Matt Dominguez and I are good buds, Mike. He would like to rib him a little bit. He can rib me too, you know.
He's going to destroy you.
I'm used to it.
It was nice knowing you, Matt. 3rd down and 12 now. 5 wide on the field for the Legion.
Alaska in the perfect defense to combat it.
Pepper in the gun, fires towards the end zone.
No.
Tipped and picked off for going back the other way. Steps out of bounds at the 7-yard line. That's Andrew Francis with the interception.
That's the danger, Mike. You get all those receivers, but close confines, and Alaska's just only rushing 3, bringing the zone. Nice deflection. And unfortunately, the defender ran into his own man. Otherwise, he would have had another 8 or 9 yards. But, I mean, that's a red zone drive halted by this vaunted Florida defense.
Andrew Francis with his first interception on the season on that drive. Play action now for Cochran. Throws out of his end zone. Tipped in. That one is still bouncing around. Now it's down in the turf. Oh, so many Vancouver Legion players had their hands on that one, but none could secure the pass. Falls harmlessly to the turf. 2nd down and 10.
Mike, that might be the most ricochets I've ever seen. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ricochets. Whew. Someone get their hands out there.
Ball bouncing around like crazy. 2nd down and 10 now. Cochran with 32 yards so far in this one, and of course his 1 passing touchdown. Cochran to throw, quick pass over the middle, and that one's incomplete. Led his target a little bit too far, trying to hit E.J. Minson.
It's very un-Cochran-like. Back in the old days of the Riverboat Ron era, he used to throw more picks than touchdowns, but that hasn't been the case for a long time. But every once in a while, you know, you get one of those flashbacks. Happens to me, just the last game. Mexico City played, you know. Tough to shake old habits sometimes.
Indeed. 3rd down and 10. Ball is handed off to Beletsky. And he's only able to gain 4, and that'll be a quick 3 and out. So Vancouver's drive shut down by a pick right at the goal line, but they're able to only allow 4 yards on the ensuing drive from the Storm. They'll get the ball back probably around midfield.
Here comes the weapon, Mike. Agrippa, they got some more yards from him. Let's see if he can take a full. Nope, it's a short one.
Agrippa still gets a lot into that one, gets it out to the 50. And the return up to the 44-yard line by Maddox.
The man just stands there and kicks the ball and probably kicked the ball 55 yards in the air, Mike.
Without even like running into it.
He's just like, yawn. Okay. I get paid for this.
Marcus Agrippa, the third season on the Florida Storm as their punter. First down and 10 now for the Vancouver Legion from the Florida 44-yard line. Pepper to throw. Pressure coming, evades the sack.
Throw it, Tom.
Has all kinds of time.
Tom.
Waiting until he gets sacked, ultimately right back at the 44. We'll say no gain on the play, so Alessandro Tomaello with the tackle. We'll have to see how the statisticians record that one.
Well, I mean, I guess it's better to, take no loss than throw a pick, right? So, man, he had 10 years to throw that ball. I think I would have thrown something.
Pepper, quick pass this time and throws it right to the defense, going back the other way. 2 drives, 2 picks. Now Ryan Davidson with that interception gets that one up to the 39-yard line.
Well, that was a quick pass by Pepper. And man, that route, that's a physical play by the corner and the receiver. And might have had ref's just going to let that go, let the 2 guys kind of chuck it out there. But could have seen a flag on that one too. So it's hard for the quarterback when you think your receiver's open and he gets a little bit bumped off his route. I think that's what happened there.
5 interceptions on the season now for Davidson. He had 1 last week in the win over the Dragons. First down and 10 now for Ron Cochran and the Florida Storm from their own 39-yard line. Quick out route down to the bottom. J.W. Doyle gets the catch, gains 4, and then gets knocked out of bounds. If you are new to the league, the SFL combines traditional sports, esports, and role-playing games into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, you can visit our website, simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. It looks like J.W. Doyle put that one up the middle for a gain of 2.
Yeah, 3rd and 4. This is right in Alaska's wheelhouse for any of their passes. So, again, the infamous play action could be making a return.
3rd down and 4 now. Offset eye in the backfield. Cochran under center. Cochran hands the ball off. And that one will fall short. That is how the first quarter will come to a close. A low-scoring game so far, Matt. Vancouver nothing, Florida Storm 7. Find out what happens on the other side of the break. You're watching the Simulation Football League on For the Fans. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this. And welcome back for the start of quarter number 2. I am Mike Daggs, joined in the booth by the Hall of Famer Matt Wilson. Here at the I in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Matt, where it's nice and warm and 73 degrees as that ball bounces into the end zone for a touchback, albeit barely. Flipping sides of the field, Tom Pepper will bring his offense back out onto the field for yet another drive. Their first 3 drives, Matt, did not go so well. A 3-and-out on their opening possession, and then a 9-play, 59-yard drive came to a halt right at the goal line when Tom Pepper threw an interception. They'd hold Florida to a 3-and-out, but 2 plays later, they'd throw it right back to him. See what Pepper can do on this one. Quick pass over the middle and incomplete. Ball falls down to the turf, 2nd down and 10.
We've called a lot of games where balls have seemed to slip out of the receiver's hands, Mike, and there's another case right there.
Yeah, hit the hands and then fell down to the turf, and then just like that, off to the sideline he goes. 2nd down and 10 now, heavy formation in the backfield. Pepper will throw out of this one, getting it into the hands of Redford. He only can get back to the line. Goes nowhere on that one. Ryan Davidson with the tackle.
It looks like that screen's not going to be working tonight. If that's a big part of Vancouver's game plan, they could be in trouble. They gotta throw the ball down. Where's Kendra Hall? Right in the middle of the field. That worked well.
4 wide receivers on the field now for the Legion. Pepper under pressure, hit as he throws. That one's tipped and incomplete. Attempting to hit Brett Killian, but well defended. This Florida defense, Matt, they are all over the place. Ryan Tobin with the coverage on that one.
Tobin's been here a long time. A lot of veterans on this Florida defense. So showing up right there and knocking Vancouver's balls out of their hands.
So 4th down and 10 after another quick 3-and-out. Pressure coming on the punt, but safely gets away. 4 seconds in the air and taken down at the 47-yard line. And that is where Florida will come back out, try to get some more points on the board. Their opening possession, a 10-play, 60-yard drive resulting in a 2-yard touchdown pass, was then followed up by 2 3-and-outs of their own. So for 2 of the top teams in the league, not a lot of points. It's been a lot of defense. We've seen some picks and some good defensive stands.
Plays right into Florida's wheelhouse.
And no! Another pick right on cue. Dean Maddox getting the interception and getting it right back for Vancouver.
It's a pick fest, Mike.
Absolutely.
Nice jumping grab there by Maddox, and he just gives the ball right back to Vancouver. Now Vancouver's got to do something with these possessions.
Dean Maddox now with 5 interceptions on the season. He had 1 last week in their win over the Charleston Predators. 1st down and 10 for Vancouver, handing the ball off to the running back, and look at him go. Robert Redford breaking through the tackle inside the 20. Breaking another tackle. Now he gets brought down at the 8-yard line. What an impressive run for Robert Redford.
Whew. That's what you needed, Mike. I said you had to be balanced with Redford. He can hit a home run, and he hits almost a home run here. It's more like a triple. But, man, breaking a tackle, almost breaking another tackle. Evan Carroll hanging on for dear life. If he didn't get those tootsies, he would have been gone.
Oh, there you go again with the tootsies. You had to say the tootsies, huh?
Right there, right by the little tootsies, right there.
I'd call
little
him
toes.
But he did. He absolutely had to hold on for dear life.
His toes, Mike. His toes. The tootsies are the toes.
1st down and goal now from the 8-yard line. 4 wide receivers on the field once again for the Legion. Pepper, short drop, fires towards the end zone. Touchdown, Brett Killian.
What a play. Right in the middle of the field, Killian running a post And finally, Vancouver converts on a turnover, and it's a new ball game.
Touchdown number 7 now on the season for Brett Killian as his climb up the leaderboard continues, trying to keep up with Kendra Hall and her 8 touchdowns on the season. 72 touchdowns on the career for Brett Killian, Matt. That's in the top 10, as he also quickly approaches the 10,000 yard mark. Should probably happen for him this season.
Yeah, I would guess so.
Came into tonight's game with 9,567 career receiving yards, so definitely getting there quickly. It's 6th best all time in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. And now Florida will get the ball back after a short kickoff back to the 15-yard line, returned up to the 34-yard line. And we'll see if Florida can get some offensive fireworks going.
This is something to watch out for in this game. Like, it's the battle of the special teams where Vancouver invested nothing, barely a minimum wage on their kicker and punter, and Florida paid big bucks for Ethan Sneed and Marcus Agrippa. So we'll see if field position will and kicking will play a big portion later in the game.
Offset I formation now for the Florida Storm, getting it out to Beletsky. And he gets a gain of 5 up the left-hand sideline.
That's typical Florida football, Mike. Get 4 yards here, 5 yards there, and just try to work your way down the field nice and slow. It's still a Florida game.
Second down and 5 now for the Storm. Cochran in the gun. 2 receivers split out wide to the left, 1 to the right. And he goes to the left. On the out route. That one is caught just shy of the line to gain. But the catch is made. We'll set up a 3rd down and 1. Stephen Bush with his first catch of the ball game.
Good grab by Bush, and Florida now probably look to the run game.
Ball handed off to Doyle.
Thought it was Belitsky.
No, it was Doyle, man. It looked like he was shot out of a missile.
I know. Those missiles are fast, Mike. Sometimes they're faster than rockets. Just a straight dive. Great blocking. Doyle with just a little bit of a move and then zoop right up the middle. And if Florida gets that fullback, halfback combo going, along with a short passing game, it's going to be just going to be a short game, and it's going to be a ball control game, and that's where they want to be, and then set their defense up.
So 1st down and 10 from midfield. Cochran to throw.
Tipped
and almost picked off. Attempting to hit Stephen Bush once again, but the ball batted away by Major Key.
It's a major tip by Major Key there. Almost a major interception, Mike. Look at this tip. Bounced. Oh, so close yet so far away. Just right off the back, and
And then Ashley Rose Finch had a shot at it as well, but I think the ball kind of fell right down in front of her, caught her a little bit off guard. 2nd down and 10. Cochran to throw out route down to the bottom. Beletsky with the catch.
Yeah.
Set up a 3rd down and 6.
And again, this is where Alaska wants to hang. Florida wants to hang all game long. They just want to pick up these medium gains and then set up their short passing game, their play action game, their out route game. They got a lot of different games.
Three receivers now on the field for this 3rd down and 6. Cochran in the gun. Has time, looks wide open receiver at the top. That's Stephen Bush. He gets the catch and goes out of bounds at the 36.
Nice grab by Bush. And again, this Florida just keep moving the ball slowly. Pick it. Look at the time just ticking away on this clock. Would be surprised if Boletsky gets another carry here.
Cochran to throw.
Oh!
Fires another wide open target. This time it's E.J. Minson. Gets his way all the way to the 11-yard line. And Florida is in scoring position.
Well, Mike, we've seen this before. Florida's got to be careful not to throw another pick. Cochran's got to take care of the ball. Use your running attack.
11 yards from the end zone. Boletsky with 6 carries for 26 yards. J.W. Doyle, 3 carries for 10 yards. No rushing touchdowns for any team so far in this one. Cochran hands the ball off to Boletsky, and that run goes nowhere. Brought down in the backfield by Gerald Giudice, a 3-yard tackle for a loss.
Off tackle run, Mike. Feast or famine. It was famine there. I'm starving for some yards.
Four wide receivers now on second down and long. Cochran play action. Bottom of the screen, caught and out of bounds. Minson once again with the catch will set up a 3rd down and 2 after a nice gain of 11.
Yeah. There's the Florida special right there. Little play action, bottom of your screen. Almost turned the ball up the field and scored there, but Minson set his team up pretty well for this 1-2 running punch. They can get a first down without a touchdown, Mike.
So all kinds of options here.
Yeah.
Backs in the backfield. All kinds of defenders on the line for Vancouver. They're going to hand it off to Boletsky. He's trying to get around to the end. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Storm.
What vision, Mike, by Boletsky. Just kind of skimming that O-line, looking for the blocks. Not there, not there, not there. Watch him. You'll see him just skim. Look at him, skimming. Gets to the outside, nobody there, touchdown. Beautiful vision.
Touchdown number 6 on the season for Boletsky. He had one last week as well in his 47-yard performance, and he's already quickly approaching that mark here in this one.
Well, it's coming out party, it seems like, in this game, Mike.
Ethan Sneed with the extra point try. It's up, and it is good. Florida extends their lead now 14-6 over the Vancouver Legion. And we'll have to see if that missed extra point from Vancouver comes back to haunt them later on in this one.
Yeah, you're going to have to go for 2 maybe at some point, but long way to go in this game before we have to think about that.
Absolutely. Still 6:04 to go here in the first half. Sneed with his hand up in the air and gets this one away. Taken out of the end zone by Dean Maddox. Maddox with a good return.
Oh, no.
Almost broke through, but brought down by Kevin Mack.
Maddox kind of hesitated there, Mike. You see that? If he hadn't hesitated, just gone, he would have been gone. But it's the second return by Maddox. It looked like he might have taken it. So Florida got to watch their P's and Q's on the special teams.
2 wide receivers to get this drive started. Offset eye in the backfield. Pepper throws an out route down to the bottom, and that one is hauled in heavy coverage. Kendra Hall plucking that one out of the sky. Both Hall and Killian now with 2 catches on the ball game.
Vancouver's got to go back to what they are. Some big plays. They got to dial something up here. Although they did have a big running play, so I can't really, harp on them too much. But see if they go screen here to the top. Up to the bottom.
Pepper sends that one out to Redford. That one goes for a loss. They'll actually spot him with no gain on the play. It'll be a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6. Vancouver got to open up the passing playbook here and get your best play in. Alaska with the bump coverage, see if they can beat it.
4 wide receivers now on 3rd down and 6. Pepper short drop, throws over the middle, and that one is caught, converting for the first down. And we have an update from the other game going on, San Diego at Charleston. We'll send it back to SFL Studios for a game break.
Thanks, Mike. Charleston not going to let San Diego come in and pull the upset, at least not early on anyway. Touchdown pass to Lyric Da Vinci, and they're also not going to let Florida pull away with the division either. Charleston trying to make sure that the Atlantic joins the South with 4 teams above 500. They're up 7-0 on San Diego. Back to Mike, Matt, Gerald, and Tyler in Florida.
All right, thanks, Cam. Just in time to see a nice Robert Redford run up the middle. It's now got 57 yards on the ball game after tacking 7 on right there. Second down and 3 now. Redford runs up the middle and only gains 1 on that play, sets up a 3rd down and 2.
Now it's going to be interesting. Vancouver, like I said, normally a pass-heavy team. Do they go to the air there, or do they try to keep it safe and stay on the ground?
Redford, the leading running back on either of these teams so far in this one, Matt. 3rd down and 2. Pepper will indeed throw out route up to Brett Killian at the top, and that one is good to move the chains, tackled at the 40-yard line in Florida territory.
Dangerous throw, Mike, but got the job done, so that's all you can say.
Yeah, absolutely. Fresh set of downs, 3 minutes, 12 seconds with the clock rolling here in quarter number 2. Pepper fires into coverage, tipped and incomplete. Well defended on the play. 2nd down and 10. Kendra Hall on the sidelines for this next snap.
And again, there's that kind of goal line looking defense, Mike. I'm Pepper. I'm trying to get something, or my tight end's in motion here. Try to get something going.
And they're going to run off tackle. Good block set up for Redford. Redford inside the 20.
Bye-bye.
Inside the 10. Can he go? He can. Touchdown, and then a late hit.
That's not very nice.
And they do indeed call the late hit on Andrew Francis.
This was very late, Mike. He's I mean,
he was 5 yards deep into the end zone, I think.
Yeah, that's like a. Anybody got the baseball bat? Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan, anyone remember? But no injury. It's all right. Just
you're dating yourself a little there, Matt.
It's okay. I say Alaska every 2 seconds. I'm very old.
That is a known fact. So going for the extra point, Matt, would you be tempted to have gone for 2 at this point, or way too early?
Yeah, way too early. You don't do that till the 4th quarter.
High snap brought down. This kick is up, and it is good this time. Vancouver 13, Florida 14. Matt, Robert Redford, 14 carries, 181 yards, and 2 touchdowns last week. He had a long of 76. An impressive performance from Robert Redford. Already approaching the 100-yard mark in this one. Have him currently logged with 9 carries, 98 yards, and a touchdown, the long of 52, which we all just saw there. Kick drops down at the 14-yard line and is returned up to the 27.
Great field position again. Storm offense has to get moving a little bit, though. They can't be as methodical as normal with 2-minute warning looming. They do have 3 timeouts, but they got to throw it a little bit deeper than perhaps they're normal.
Cochran bringing the offense back out onto the field with split backs in the backfield. Cochran will throw. Short pass over the middle. Hauled in by E.J. Minson. now with 4 receptions on the day.
I would say it's a little bit better than a short pass, Mike. I'd say it's medium. It's over 10 yards. I mean, it's really deep for Alaska, for Florida. There's the old dog again. Just can't stop barking.
4 catches for 63 yards for E.J. Minson so far in this one, as we tick closer to the 2-minute warning. 4 wide receivers now in the formation for the Storm. Cochran to throw, fires over the middle, and that one is also caught into Vancouver territory, hauled in by hashtag throw it to the fullback, J.W. Doyle with the catch.
Mike, you can't start 2 hashtags. There's one hashtag limit.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. The Storm are on the move and nursing their 1-point lead. We'll see what they can do on this drive. On the other side, you're watching the Simulation Football League on For the Fan. And welcome back to Fort Lauderdale. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Cochran, play action pressure coming, gets the ball off quick into Doyle's hands again.
What the
Gets
heck
up
up
to
with
the
Doyle?
27-yard line. He's being heavily involved in this one. Keep up with the SFL and his teams on social media at Simulationfl. You can follow us on Twitter for our weekly broadcast schedules and discover team content. Stay up to date on SFL news. You can let us know who your favorite team is or how you enjoy the broadcast each week with the hashtag Make an Impact or hashtag throw it to the fullback, hashtag throw it to the tight end. I don't care. Just use a hashtag. It's fun. Thanks for your support and viewership. Look at that run by Beletsky. No, that's Doyle again. Doyle, it's just all Doyle all day long here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida tonight. 2nd down and 2, minute 16 to go in the first half.
I think that's the biggest surprise, Mike, is the 2 running backs for the Storm. They've have had a big impact on the offense.
Absolutely. Cochran, out route, tips, trying to hit Doyle again. He went to the Doyle well one too many times. Dean Maddox read that one well. 3rd down and 12. Excuse me, 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, I think Vancouver is starting to see what Florida's doing, and just a great play there. Just play in that zone and try to grab the pick, but at least you got the ball. Nice tip.
Third down and 2, minute 3 left in the quarter. Cochran in the gun, flanked by a running back to each side, throws it over the middle, and that one is caught as they'll go into the hurry up. Inside of 1 minute to go, Veridan Zharkov with the catch, going back to him again, and once again caught.
3 times a touchdown.
Second and goal from the 3. Cochran looks, fires up towards the top, has Boletsky, spins out of the first tackle and gains about a yard. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 2. Coming up on the SFL halftime report, Cameron Irvine back at SFL Studios will give us a scoreboard update around the league, share the latest 2021 convention details, and previews next weekend's crucial Week 10 slate. It's all coming up on the SFL halftime report. 3rd down and goal. Cochran looking to throw. Hits Boletsky again. Turns up into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Storm.
Yeah, just when you think Florida run it with that short to go, they throw a screen to Boletsky, but he's been very good today. And just no one in the flats, Mike.
Boletsky with 8 carries for 26 yards. Doyle 4 carries, 18 yards. Both of them with 5 receptions apiece. 17 receiving yards for Boletsky, 46 receiving yards for fullback J.W. Doyle. 3 touchdowns accounted for, all by Boletsky and Doyle combined. A rushing and receiving touchdown for Boletsky now, and a receiving touchdown for Doyle as the extra point is up and good. And Florida extends their lead here at home, 21-13 over the Vancouver Legion.
Vancouver, 30 seconds left. I don't think they're going to do anything with the ball, Mike, especially now with this kickoff by Sneed.
Yeah, Sneed's going to boot this one deep. We'll have to see. I mean, number 1 passing attack in the league, so interested to see what they will do with this one. All starts with this return from Maddox. He's had a few good returns so far in this game. Let's see what he can do with it. Spins and well defended this time by the Storm, tackled at the 22-yard line. So 24 seconds, 78 yards to the end zone, all 3 timeouts.
Well, you never know. Redford could just decide to go streaking down the field and score himself. So even if Vancouver decides to run it here, it's not a sure thing that they're going to get a stop. And Florida playing pass defense.
Only 3 down linemen, yeah. Pepper, quick pass, tipped. Oh, you definitely don't want to do that. Incomplete pass, trying to hit big play, Kendra Hall. That one is incomplete. 2nd down and 10. And a turnover, Matt, that would be the worst possible outcome for Vancouver on this drive.
I'd say a pick 6 is the worst possible outcome, but yeah, any turnover would be a very bad situation for the Legion. Still playing pass D is Florida, so they're thinking Vancouver's going to be chucking it again.
2 tight ends on the bottom of the line. Pepper hit as he throws. Big Sexy getting involved in the game. 3rd down and 10 now for the Legion, and with 18 seconds to go, maybe now it's best to just hand this one off to Redford.
Yeah, I would say so. You know, you can't really, unless you see something you can't resist, you got some kind of, streak bomb play. I don't know. I think they're going to throw it though, Mike. It looks like a passing formation to me. Be careful, Pepper.
Yeah, press coverage too. See if anyone can get past the defender. Pepper looking. Does indeed have a first down, and they should be calling a timeout, but they're going to hurry back to the line. I believe that was Kendra Hall with the reception. And now they're going to hand this one off to Redford. Redford breaking through the first tackle and brought down at midfield. 1 second to go, and Vancouver burns their first timeout of the half. Setting up a Hail Mary situation.
I don't know. Miscommunication maybe between Pepper and Hamilton. Yeah, it looks like it. But Pepper's got to shake it off, and try to throw it into the end zone and give his receiver a chance.
They have some tall receivers that can head down to the end zone. Brett Killian, 6'5", Kendra Hall, 6'4", Andy Hamilton, 6'6", James Walters and Dan Daly both clocking in at 6'5" as well. See if Pepper can get the pass off. Pressure coming, breaks through the first.
Oh,
sack,
no!
Can't get through the second. There he is again.
A
Alec
blimp
Dominguez.
strikes.
The blimp has landed, Matt.
He ran out of helium, but he had just enough for the sack.
Sacking Tom Pepper, and that is how the first half of action will come to a close. Vancouver 13, Florida Storm 21 after 2 quarters of play as we head to the halftime report. Matt, your thoughts on the first half of action so far?
I mean, look at it. It's pretty close, Mike. It's just the turnovers. That one more turnover by Vancouver kind of is the tail. And also, Mike, the halfback, fullback receiving combination from Alaska. I don't think Vancouver saw that one coming.
I know I sure didn't, but yeah, it was a slow start for both of these teams, Matt. Vancouver 3 and out on their first drive. Florida was able to put a 10-play, 60-yard drive together on their opening possession, and it did result in a passing touchdown. So that, quick start for Florida, but then a lot of back and forth. Vancouver 9-play, 59-yard drive ending with an interception right at the goal line. Florida would go 3 and out after that turnover. Vancouver, 2 plays, throwing it right back. There it is, as I say it, a pick, but Florida would go 3 and out on their ensuing possession, and so would Vancouver. But then, Matt, it was time for Florida to throw a pick. Ron Cochran throwing it right there to Dean Maddox, and Maddox getting the ball back for Vancouver, and that's when the scoring frenzy got going. Vancouver was able to have just a 2-play drive set up by this impressive run by Robert Redford. Get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and then a passing play on the very next snap would punch it into the end zone. Florida not to be outdone. Look at this run by Beletsky. 10 plays, 67 yards, a 3-yard touchdown rush. Great job on that one. Robert Redford getting the ball back. This was another big carry, Matt. 8 plays, 70 yards, a 40-yard rushing touchdown for Robert Redford. Florida would respond with a 9-play, 75-yard drive of their own. They would eventually punch it into the end zone with a 2-yard touchdown pass, giving them the 21-13 halftime lead. An extra point missed on Vancouver's opening touchdown is why they have 13. So an 8-point ball game in this one, and Florida will get the ball back to start the second half. We are going to take a short break and then be back at the SFL halftime report in the studios. We'll be back after this. You're watching the Simulation Football League on For the Fans.
Welcome to the SFL Halftime Report. I am your host, Cameron Irvine. At the half, Florida leads Vancouver 21-13. Charleston is starting to get the offense back rolling. They got that early touchdown that we showed you on bonus coverage a little bit while ago, but haven't scored since. San Diego's defense has settled down. Charleston is now back in scoring position. That game in the middle of the second quarter. Well, we do have some convention details. Been working a lot behind the scenes. Congratulations, or thanks rather, goes out to all those that showed their interest early and are helping us finalize some dates and all that good stuff. But we wanted to show you some photos first. The South Shore Harbor Resort and Conference Center in League City, Texas, will be the site of the 2021 SFL convention. We are finalizing dates to be announced tomorrow on simulationfl.net. It will either be July 30th through August 1st. That's week 2 of the SFL's 17th season. Or it will be August 6th through the 8th. That's week 3 of the SFL's season. This is a beautiful facility with a steakhouse, couple of bars, a great amphitheater to watch games from. Beautiful pool, great weather, just 30 minutes from the coast of Galveston down there in the Gulf, and we're excited to be coming down to the Gulf area for the first time for the convention. If you're interested and you are not part of the 2021 convention group, please send me a direct message on Discord, and if you want to join our Discord server, it's simulationfl.net, and you should see the Discord icon and join the SFL buttons all over the place. But the SFL convention, after 1 year removed, gone because of COVID, we are back 2021 at the convention. We have live games. We have Hall of Fame inductions, great food, great times, a lot of great games and team building exercises. It is a lot of fun. The SFL convention this July and or August, coming to the Houston area. So that is that. How about a look at the Week 10 slate coming up? Let's get that going. Week 10 starts Saturday, March 27th. These are going to be your television games. On Next Level Sports, Los Angeles will battle Portland. Portland is certainly on the outside looking in, but LA is starting to waffle. They really need a victory. And if Portland can get a win tonight against Carolina, all of a sudden 5-4 and 3-6 with 3 weeks to go, that game could get interesting. Atlanta takes on St. Louis. Those two teams now trail Tulsa in the East Division. Lone Star will take on Baltimore. Lone Star just a game back of their division. That's big. Baltimore trying to hold off London. They can clinch a North Division title next week. Tulsa, now the East Division leader, takes on Arizona, who is slumping. Losers of 2 straight, now 4-5. They are in desperate need of a victory. That's what's going on Saturday's television slate. How about Sunday's television slate right here on For the Fans? Mexico City, Fort Worth starts us off. It's an earlier kickoff. The Toros now ahead in that division, but both of those teams are 6-3. Houston licking their wounds after the 27-7 loss earlier today to the Toros. They'll be going to London. All 4 Atlantic Division teams in action in the second block of FTF next week. Florida at Charleston, Jacksonville at Carolina. Florida, your current division leader, and your current leader of your game right now on FTF, 21-13 over Vancouver. Charleston leads San Diego right now 7-3. And that is a look at the Week 10 slate for television next week. Portland and Carolina, Sioux Falls, Louisiana, coming up later tonight on FTF and SFL Twitches. For now, Florida leads Vancouver 21-13 at the half. Charleston actually going to have to punt it away, so San Diego can get the ball back. They are right in that ball game, and we hope to send you to some bonus coverage of that time permitting. But for now, we'll take a break. Mike Daggs, Matt Wilson, Gerald Smith, Tyler Falk, back with you from Fort Lauderdale after this commercial break. This has been the SFL Halftime Report on For the Fans.
And welcome back to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're at the eye, the site of tonight's ball game, getting the second half started. The hot pink Florida Storm, red hot in this one as they're up 21-13 over the Vancouver Legion. Ron Cochran coming back out onto the field to get the second half started. 18-23, 159 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. A triple-digit quarterback rating, 106.3, 78% completion percentage. A good first half for Ron Cochran. We'll throw to get the second half started. J.W. Doyle. Matt, already getting him back involved in the passing game. That's catch number 5 for him.
Yeah, he's Florida's best receiver.
Well, E.J. Minson might have something to say about that. The tight end, excuse me, the wide receiver, 63 yards on 4 receptions. But not too far off from Doyle's number. Offside I formation now on second down. Cochran checking this one down to Bullet Beletsky, as you call him, Matt. Charlie Beletsky, as the roster sheet says.
And that's unfortunate. You can't throw the ball to your running back like that where he's not squared and moving forward. Just asking for him to get hammered. He's not going to break that tackle.
4 wide receivers on the field. Now on this third down, stepping up, throwing open. Man has the catch, getting up to the 46-yard line. That'll move the chains for a first down. E.J. Minson with another one.
Yeah, long developing. Cochran 1, 2. Shifting in the pocket. Good throw. Right into the middle of the eye. The eye of the storm, Mike. There's calm in the eye.
Yes, there is.
The Vancouver Legion were the storm.
73 degrees with only an 8-mile-an-hour wind, so no literal storm here at the eye. Only the Florida Storm SFL team. In this one, play action, throwing it up to the top. 5-yard gain, falling out of bounds. E.J. Minson, as you see the top 2 receiving targets in this one. Minson now with 80 yards.
Minson heard me. It was whenever I diss on someone, actually whenever you diss on someone, usually they end up having a great second part of the game.
Well, we haven't seen Optimus Klein yet in this one, Matt.
He's not on the team anymore.
Oh, wait. He's headed out west. Short drop for Cochran, throwing over the middle and completing it up to the 37-yard line. Good for another first down, hauled in by the tight end, Varadin Zharkov.
If he's not Russian, I'll take a shot. Could be Ukrainian, maybe, but I think he's Russian.
Speaking of shots, it sounds like plenty of people are planning on hitting up the bar at the SFL convention. There's all sorts of talk about that going on in the FTF Next Twitch chat. Twitch.tv/FTF Next if you want to chat about the game or the convention. Pump fake and sack. Looks like that's Gerald Giudice getting the sack, and it is 5-yard loss on the play back to the 42-yard line.
It was about time. Florida had a couple sacks. Vancouver really hadn't gotten much pressure on Cochran, and that's how you get him to make mistakes. Put some pressure on him.
Sack number 5.5 from the sack leader here on the Vancouver Legion defense. Ball is handed off and immediately wrapped up and tackled for a 1-yard loss on the play. Beletsky going nowhere. Josh Farnsey with the TFL.
Now Florida's in a rough spot. 3rd and 16. They got to have a play that might not be in their playbook, Mike. Do they have a 16-yard play? We're about to find out. Vancouver should not press.
4 wide receivers for 3rd down and 16. Cochran looking, firing at about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but decent blocks set up, but Beletsky's not going to be able to get there. But it might be field goal range, Matt. 35-yard line would mean a 52-yard field goal try.
Oh, yeah. Snead could snore and hit this thing.
Well, we'll see if that is accurate as Sneed is out onto the field.
Does he look like RoboCop to you? You are under arrest.
Ethan Sneed ready for his 20th field goal try of the season. Hasn't missed one yet and still doesn't. 51 yards officially, adding 3 more points onto the board for the Storm.
Let's see how much more he had on that one. I think it would have been good from, let's see, 54? Yeah, I think he had a couple more yards left in that leg.
11-point lead now for Florida as Sneed gets ready to kick this one back off to Dean Maddox and the Vancouver Legion.
Again, 11 points, Mike. That 1 point looming large. Could be. Maybe Vancouver will go for 2 if they score a touchdown here, though I still might not yet.
Kick taken 3 yards deep out of the end zone, brought up to the 20-yard line. The SFL broadcast team is looking to add some new talent to the ranks of broadcasters. Applications are being accepted now, and you can have a tryout with the one and only Chris Curtis if you would like to apply. You can apply for a play-by-play or analyst position. No prior experience is needed. You just have to want to give it a shot. Really, we'll try just about anybody out, specifically people that can get the team name correct in the analyst role.
I've been fired.
Not yet. Not until somebody else applies. Out route to Brett Killian up at the top. Gain of 9 on the play. If you'd like to apply for broadcasting, if you've ever thought about giving it a shot, now is your chance. Simulationfl.net/broadcasting. You can find a link to the application there. By all means, please apply. We'll give a tryout to literally anybody that would like to give it a shot and see if we can get you on the air calling games. We'd be happy to have you. 2nd down and 1, and we're going to see a run from Robert Redford. Not able to get past the line of scrimmage. The Florida defense absolutely smothering him. 3rd down.
You shall not pass. I would
Or
still
run.
try. I would still, or run. I would still give it to Doyle. Doyle has been on fire. Just give it to him on a dive. I mean, especially in this formation, Mike.
And Redford gets the ball, but can he
he
get
did
there? Breaks through the first tackle, but can't get through tackle number 2 through 6. It's absolutely wrapped up and brought down by the entire, seemingly, Florida Storm defense. No gain on the play, 4th and 1.
Vancouver's in a little bit of danger now. Game's starting to slip away from just a little bit, especially punting back to the Florida offense, which has looked good so far.
Punt is away. Taken back at the 36-yard line and returned up to the 38-yard line. That is where Riverboat Ron Cochran will come back out onto the field. That guy's name was Hat.
No, riverboat. No riverboating, Mike.
No riverboating?
No riverboating, motorboating, any other kind of boating. He's got to stay safe. Got to stay
except
safe.
For our stat man, Gerald Smith, he goes airboating.
Well, that's true. That sounds fun, though.
Licensed airboat captain. I've even seen the license. Cochran throws over the middle. Jumping catch is made up at the 46-yard line. J.W. Doyle again trying to keep up with E.J. Minson in receptions and yards. He's a little short in the yards, but hey, he's got a touchdown.
Luckily, they tackled him short of the line. I thought he could have had that 1st down, but just touched before. 2nd and 2. And again, this is right where Florida wants to be. 4 to 7 yards. That's 1st down. Sets up the running game.
Zaleski with the handoff, and he'll get the 1st down up to midfield.
And again, Vancouver way under their season average for points, and Florida at their average pretty much at this point. If they get to 30, could be in trouble for Vancouver.
Absolutely, Vancouver averaging 32 points a game. It's number 1 in the league. As J.W. Doyle gets the handoff and gains 3. You can visit the all-new SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player to join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it. There's links to apparel, helmets, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,400 games, and it's thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Cochran
Oh!
his target on the right sideline, getting it up to the 32-yard line. Fresh set of down, Z.J. Minson, one of the only two receivers that seem to be playing for Florida today, getting the catch.
Oh, look at this grab, Mike. Gets hit, has to hold on with one hand, and a nice grab, and Florida continues to dink and dunk down the field. Well, that was not a dink or a dunk. That was a pretty good pass, but I think can go back to their play action game or their short out game.
Play action again for Cochran.
Oh.
Hit as he throws, and he does manage to get the ball away barely. That one will fall to the turf. Achilles Papatonis applying the pressure, nearly getting the sack. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it would have been nice if could have got the sack there. It would have knocked the Storm out of field goal range. But still 2 more downs to go.
Second down and 10. Cochran to throw, out route down to the bottom, hitting Doyle. That one will be good for only a gain of 1. We'll set up a 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9. And Vancouver's got to bring the pressure, Mike. If there's not a pick or a sack on this, Florida's going to bust out Ethan Snead again for another 3 points.
Short drop for Cochran, but a deep pass, and that one is complete. Gets it up to the 16-yard line, and what do you know, finds Jeff Como for reception number 2, and it couldn't have come at a better time as it moves the chains on a 3rd and long.
Just pure post route right in the middle of the zone. Cochran finds the open man, nice and simple. Now Vancouver's got to be wary of a touchdown. That would be very hard to come back from.
Ball is handed off and running straight up the middle. J.W. Doyle getting 9.9 on that one. 2nd and inches from the Vancouver 6.
Oh, Doyle got his groove back. Ouch. Lowering the boom here on this play. Watch this. Boom. Lowers the shoulder. Just destroys that poor man. I didn't get the number. And, oh, man. Florida looking in postseason form, and that's scary for the rest of the league, at least at this point.
Doyle with 0 carries last week, now 7 for 41 yards, and gets his 8th carry and a 1st down up to the Vancouver 3, 1st down and goal. And Florida looking to add some more points on in this one.
And Vancouver's got to be careful. Last time Florida was near the goal line, they ended up throwing us kind of a flare pass. And they're in the gun, Mike. I don't know how much I like this. We'll see.
Cochran adjusting the play. Looking pressure coming, wrapped up and sacked. Brought down back at the 9-yard line. A loss of 6 on the play. Looks like Kevin Brackett getting the pressure and getting the sack.
Now, that was a good look, actually, for Florida as Vancouver was in kind of a goal line 5-man front. So what you got to do is audible to your quick receiver, your quick out, your blitz check down. And Cochran didn't get the ball there and took a sack. And at least it wasn't a turnover, but still.
Cochran looking towards the end zone, wide open target, and that one is incomplete. Couldn't get his feet down. That's Veridin Zharkov with the catch, but a catch out of bounds. I thought he had 1 foot down. I wasn't sure he was going to get across the goal line, Matt, but
here we go.
Florida is indeed challenging this one. Max Paul wants another look at it.
Well, Andy Hamilton thought the left foot was out. He doesn't have a good record in these situations. See if it goes his way. Let's see.
In with I think the right foot was in. The left foot looked like it was out, but see what the ref says.
Oh, poor
Andy.
Andy.
The pass was indeed ruled complete.
Andy and Ref 62 have had some backyard brawls in the offseason, and the grudge continues.
Well, Andy is a brawler. He pushed my son Jeffrey into the road in front of traffic once, but that one was indeed not only ruled complete, Matt, but ruled a touchdown. They did say he got the ball across the goal line, so Florida tacking another 6 onto the board. And an extra point try coming up for Ethan Sneed. Extra point is up, and it is good. Florida extending the lead now 31-13. Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. You can visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more that help each team stand out from their opponents. You can get the gear that the fans wear with Sector 6 and the SFL. Sneed with the ball teed up, kicking it off to Dean Maddox, about 5 yards deep in his own end zone, and he will take a knee. So Matt, Vancouver with 13 points on the board. As we were talking about earlier on, they're averaging 32.1 points per game this season. And not only this season, Matt, but they've been in the top 5 the past 3 seasons in a row. 30 points last season. It's good for 5th place. Season 14, they ended with 34.6 points on average. So very uncharacteristic of them to only have 13 points on the board in this one. I do expect to see them score some more. Robert Redford getting the pass out of the backfield, spins past the first defender and gets tackled at the 24-yard line.
Vancouver's got to go deep into their bag and try to chuck it down the field. We know they're capable of big plays in the passing attack, and they need to attack. Now is the time.
2nd down and 6. The receiving core for Vancouver having a somewhat quiet night. Killian with 4 receptions for 26 yards. Kendra Hall only 2 receptions on the ball game. There's
there
reception number 3 for Hall. As she gets another big reception, getting that one up to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 on the play.
They had 2 people open down the field. Pepper chose Kendra Hall, and Hall just couldn't quite get up to speed and was tackled by Davidson. Or that would have turned this game right on its nose.
1st down and 10 now from the 45-yard line. Ball is handed off to Redford. And Redford gets it up to the 49-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 6
Hurry up.
as we tick the final seconds away here in the 3rd quarter. I don't think they're going to get another playoff. No, indeed, they are not. So 3 quarters in the books. 1 remains here at the I in Fort Lauderdale. Florida in the lead, 31-13 over the Legion, but the Legion are on a drive. We'll see what happens on the other side of the break. Stay with us. We'll be back after this. And welcome back to the Eye here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I am Mike Daggs on play-by-play. Matt Wilson in the booth. Gerald Smith and Tyler Falk tracking the stats for us, and Commissioner Cameron Irvine in the production truck. Redford on the field. He's going to break through, and he's off to the races. 10-5 touchdown Legion, and that is how quarter number 4 is going to start.
Well, there's a big play right there. Redford, whoa, stop and go, then breaks a tackle, and then says, bye-bye, oh, lineman, I'm faster than you. They were trying to have a race, Mike, but Redford clearly won. And what a great play by Redford. And Vancouver's back in this ball game, earning an extra point down 11. I mean, if they can get Florida to, give them the ball back, and they score a field goal or a touchdown, it's a one-score game. So,
I thought Ron Swanson was going to make it to the end zone before Redford, Matt.
Not a chance, Mike. Not known for his 40 time. I think he collapsed at the combine. Too much Popeyes.
Rukowski out for the extra point try. Mark Salt on for the hold. Is good snap, good hold, and the kick was good this time. 31-20 now. Florida still with the lead. And we'll send it back to SFL Studios for a game break. Cam, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Mike. Charleston, 3rd and goal from the 1. They decide to throw. Hit Lyric Da Vinci for the score. Why is that relevant? Because Charleston has thrown all day. Not a single run. They took one look at Devin King and said, we don't want any part of this. And Charleston now comfortably ahead, 21-6. They have the ball back in San Diego territory. Back to the crew in Florida.
Thanks, Cam. Matt, that sounds very Minneapolis Maulers-esque. Not running the ball at all. My goodness.
They got Rocco Marconi and, oh my gosh, bring back all the Freeman Goodspeed. There's a little bit. That was right when I started watching the SFL.
Ron Cochran out to get this drive started with a throw over the middle. That one complete to Zharkov for a gain of 8.
Oh, man, and I'm reminiscing about the old times. Zharkov, who got the touchdown earlier. Everyone's getting involved with this Florida offense, Mike. Tight ends, the receivers, the fullbacks.
Ball being spread out to just about everybody is J.W. Doyle, who's had quite an impressive night, gets that one and gets it all the way up to the 48-yard line. Moving the chains, fresh set of downs, 1st down and 10. How many different ways can I say that? 1st and 10 now from the 48.
Now, this has been Doyle's best game of the season, I think, by far, Mike. Whether, on the ground or through the air. And you get him through the air, he's just like a mini tight end, just blowing people up.
Yeah, he's been all over the place, Matt. 44 yards rushing, 49 yards receiving. He's got a receiving touchdown.
Look at him here.
Split out wide. He forgot he was a fullback. Hashtag throw it to Doyle. There, that's the new one. Play action for Cochran.
Nah.
Went over the middle. Didn't want to play along. Jeff Como getting the catch. It's kind of bizarre, Matt. Charleston not running the ball once. It's not like they have no halfback. They have Keith Swearingen.
Yeah, I wish they'd done that against us. I think we would have had a better shot.
I think we would have had a better shot if you had stopped throwing it to Charleston.
Yeah, well, I do that. I did that last week, too. But this week, don't remind me.
3 wide receivers on the field now for the Storm. Throwing it over the middle and incomplete. Had that one in Stephen Bush's hands, but it falls to the turf. Flag on the play.
Is it holding or is it interference? Let's see. Interference.
Yeah, they're calling pass interference on Vancouver. Yeah, that's kind of bizarre.
Josh Farnsey. They're going to give us a replay on the truck? No? Yeah, we don't want to see it anyways.
Yeah, that's kind of strange. The first rounder called with the pass interference. I definitely did not see that one.
No, I wasn't looking in that direction per se, but
I don't think the ref was either. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there. Cochran, short drop, quick pass, and caught. Hauled in for a first down. Went right back to Stephen Bush on that one, and Bush makes the catch this time up to the 17-yard line in the red zone. First down and 10 now. 17 yards to go from the goal line.
Yeah, Florida's getting surgical now. They just can't seem to miss. The interceptions are gone. Ron's gotten the riverboat out, taking it out for a spin, back in its bay, and now he's just throwing strikes. I'd love to ever own a riverboat. That'd be cool.
Play action for Ron Cochran to J.W. Doyle. Moving the ball with ease down the field on this drive. First and goal from the 7. The Vancouver defense desperate to get some sort of turnover at this point. They just got a touchdown on the board and only down by 11. But
I think they got to throw a flag on Doyle. He's got to report eligible as a receiver, Mike. He's got the wrong number.
Something's up. Crazy. First and goal to the end zone, and it's in for a touchdown. Stephen Bush adding 6 onto the board.
Ouch. You can't do it any better than that, Mike. That drive was pure perfection. No third downs, I do believe. Cochran just slinging the ball to everyone that's wearing that wonderful pink color.
Yeah, you definitely can't miss them down on the field. 7 plays, 71 yards, ending with the 7-yard passing touchdown. You know, and that was right after Vancouver had their 4-play, 80-yard drive. 51-yard rushing touchdown by Robert Redford, but Florida just answering right back. Extra point up and good. 38-20 here now over the Vancouver Legion. We're going to take a short break, and we will be back after this to see Vancouver's next drive. You're watching the Simulation Football League on For the Fans. Stay with us.
But like Vancouver's offense is always on its best when Robert Redford is heavily involved. Last week he exploded for 181 yards and 2 touchdowns, including this huge 76-yard run. We've seen him have some big runs today, but it hasn't been enough. They're going to need another big run from him maybe on this drive, or a big throw for Vancouver to get back into this game.
Yeah, he's got a long of 52 on today's ball game. That one was a touchdown. 160 yards on 14 carries and 2 touchdowns so far, but Vancouver's still trailing for the number 1 scoring offense. You know, Redford certainly a big piece of it. Brett Killian and Kendra Hall have both been somewhat quiet as well. Expect to see a little bit more out of them. Killian does have a touchdown, but only 4 catches, 26 yards. Kendra Hall adding on some more yards on that last drive. She's got a long of 32 on the day. Big play, Kendra Hall averaging a whole bunch of yards in the top 10 in the league. 3 catches for 57 yards through the air for her as Dean Maddox gets that one out to the 21-yard line. And we'll get this drive started. Down by 18 with 8 minutes, 21 seconds to go. You know, on the surface, looks like, you know, that's close to being out of reach, but it's not for Vancouver. They can put up points in buckets. It's really just, it's more up to the defense to stop Florida from scoring.
Yeah.
So Tom Pepper's going to swing this one out to the aforementioned Robert Redford, who's going to get it up to the 34-yard line. Gain to 13 on the swing route.
I think Florida's happy to just give up those plays. They're playing more right now, a little more prevent for the. They don't want the big bomb happening, so I would still take those if I'm Vancouver. Keep moving at 10 yards and getting out of bounds.
1 yard shy of a 200-yard game for him. And there it is. So over 200 yards now for Robert Redford, all-purpose yards. Getting that one up to the 40-yard line.
If you had told me Redford had 200 all-purpose yards, Mike, I would think, well, Vancouver's winning or it's a very close game, but that Florida offense has just been on fire in this half.
Pepper to throw, gets that one out to Redford again, losing some yards on that play. Tackled back at the 38-yard line, a loss of 2.
That's what we call the law of diminishing returns, Mike. First time, big yardage. Second time, medium yardage. Third time, loss of yards.
They're down in 6 now. Pepper alone in the backfield. 5 wide receivers out in the formation. Pepper pressure coming, throws this one and gets the completion up to the 46-yard line. What a catch in traffic. Hauled in. It looks like that was Andy Hamilton with the catch, and it is. First down and 10 in Florida territory.
Hamilton, tallest receiver on the team, running a slant and making a great play right in the middle of the eye again, Mike. Something about that eye. Fortunately, it doesn't extend towards the whole field, just to the middle.
That would be an awkward look.
It's a wide eye.
Yes. Pepper swinging this one out to Redford. Redford, can he make a move and get the first down? No, he's tackled at the 37-yard line after a gain of 9. Tom Pepper now 194 yards in his passing touchdown. And on the other side of the field, Ron Cochran, slightly better stats, 313 yards, 4 passing touchdowns. Both quarterbacks with a pick or 2. Second down and 1 for Vancouver. Offset eye in the backfield. Ball's handed off to Redford. Redford stiff-arming the defender into the ground and able just enough to get the first down. Tackled.
Tobin says hello.
Yeah, tackled in a vicious manner by Ryan Tobin.
Vancouver, I think it's about time to abandon the run here.
Yeah, the clock is
go.
Yeah, clock is going to start becoming an issue. And the ball is instead handed off once again to Robert Redford. He'll gain 6 as he slowly gets back up.
Oh,
I thought he was calling for a medic there for a second.
He got up. It looked like he was limping, and then he's like, I'm jumping around. I'm fine. But again, hurry up. Hurry, Vancouver.
So Vancouver running the ball a strange number of times, and Charleston not running the ball at all. It's a bizarre time slot for the SFL right now. And Redford taking the handoff again, met right at the line, tackled, no gain on the play. Will set up a 3rd down and 9. brought down by I.B. Lurkin.
I don't know. I think Vancouver's plan was, they didn't want to, risk Pepper getting, exposed to this pass rush. So run the ball more, but right now they got to abandon that plan.
Well, they abandoned it that time,
Oh,
trying to
no.
hit Kendra Hall,
No.
and taken away, picked off and going back the other direction. Ball's picked off by Adam Jones. The third interception now on the night for Tom Pepper.
Pepper just throwing into a sea of fuchsia.
Yeah,
I
indeed.
don't think that's pink. It's fuchsia, Mike.
Is it fuchsia?
Wait, I'd love to see this uniform set and the Sparrows' first uniform set that was bright yellow. I think, you'd have a serious migraine after a quarter or two.
Second interception on the season for Adam Jones sets up his offense at their own 25-yard line. And Beletsky.
Doyle.
Oh, it's Doyle. Yeah. Doyle running up the middle for another gain of 5. So Florida, Matt, they've been pretty darn efficient per our stats crew, Gerald and Tyler. They pointed out that since Ron Cochran threw his interception on the 4th drive of the game, they've had 5 drives since, and they've scored a touchdown or a field goal on all of them. So Cochran made that one mistake and then corrected it by throwing some passing touchdowns, setting his team up for a field goal, setting up a rushing touchdown, doing just a little bit of everything. Next week on Next Level Sports, coverage of Week 10 begins on Saturday at 5:30 p.m. as the race for the playoff position heats up. Divisional battles in the Pacific and East kick off earlier and are followed by 2 games that will have significant impacts on the standings, headlined by Lone Stars' battle with the defending champions, Baltimore. The SFL, the Next Level Sports, we put the fan in fantasy. Offset I formation now on 3rd down and 3. Will this be the first drive since that pick where they don't score? And indeed it is. The Vancouver Legion defense does what they need to do. They're going to get the ball back and put the ball back into the hands of Tom Pepper, trying to get some more points on the board, Matt. Tom Pepper, so far this season, he's 3rd in completions, 1st in yards. He passed the 3,000-yard mark on the season in this one. 2nd in completion percentage with 75.6% completions. 21 touchdowns, that's also 1st. He has the best quarterback rating in the league and just has not been able to find his rhythm today against this vaunted Florida Storm defense. 20 of 29, just shy of 200 yards passing. He's got a touchdown.
Whoa!
3 picks. Dean Maddox trying to make some magic happen. Gets it up to the 38-yard line.
Maddox again. On returns, he's been pretty electric. He hasn't gotten any big returns, but he's had some slivers of hope. Like, I could use a pickle. Not the ball, but just a pickle.
Like a snack? You hungry?
Yeah, I'm getting a little hungry.
Well, you're going to have to hold out, Matt. There's still 2.5 to go in the ball game. Tom Pepper gets this one out to Redford. Turns upfield, spins past defender number 1, wrapped up and brought down by defender number 2. 2nd down and 5 as we tick closer to the 2-minute warning.
Let's see what Vancouver audibles to.
Quick pass over the middle to Kendra Hall. She's going to get it up to the 45-yard line. 13 seconds to go until the 2-minute warning. Can they get another snap off? Everybody is set. Looks like they should be able to do it, and they do. Pepper pressure coming, throws it once again, trying to hit Hall, and it'll fall down to the turf. Clock stops with 2:03. Per the production truck, that one was intended for Brett Killian. It looked closer to Hall to me, but my eyes, Matt, they're not what they used to be.
Old gray mare, he's not what he used to be.
No, Matt, they're better than before. I've had them corrected.
Oh, well, they still failed.
3 wide receivers on 2nd down and 10. Thanks for your vote of confidence. Pass is complete. This time, Brett Killian gets the catch And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning in this one. Down by 18, but on the move. Will they be able to get some points on the board and get the onside kick? We'll find out what happens on the other side of the break. You're watching the Simulation Football League on For the Fan.
Dead.
Welcome back to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for the conclusion of this ball game. Matt, I don't know how I saw Brett Killian's number on that jersey. That was another hashtag throw it to the fullback situation. The brick wall with the catch for the first down. And this time, a nice pass goes over the middle and hauled in by Kendra Hall. Gets it up to the 16-yard line. They'll hurry back to the line. Pepper throwing. And that one is incomplete. Will give us a brief opportunity to send it back to SFL Studios for another game break. Cam, what do you have for us?
Kendra's okay. Well, San Diego was hanging around in this one in Charleston, but it looks like the Mavericks will stay winless. A dangerous, terrible pick six from Javier Vasquez puts the game away for Charleston, and the Predators improve to 5-4, putting the pressure on Carolina to beat Portland. Coming up next on FTF Twitch, back to Florida.
Thank you, Cam. Pass over the middle is hauled in by Andy Hamilton. Gets that up to the 5-yard line. First down and goal. 1.5 minutes to go with the clock rolling. Vancouver saving their timeouts. Pepper throws towards the end zone. Wide open was Kendra Hall, but she went just a little too far.
There's the Tootsies again, Mike. Hall had to just put her feet on the line and say, I'm not going to go this far, and reach up as far as she could, but unfortunately, just out of bounds.
Sets up a second down and goal. Kendra Hall in the slot. Pepper under center. Pepper looks, hits, and picked off on the tip. The ball went up in the air, Matt, as he was hit as he released that one. Deflected and then picked off in the end zone.
Oh, yeah. That was very unfortunate. Finally, this Florida line getting pressure on Pepper, and Pepper couldn't get rid of the ball. He probably wanted to throw it to the turf, but might have been better just to take a sack in that situation.
Andrew Francis with pick number 2 on the day, and that one will likely seal Vancouver's fate. And this one is Florida set up to just run the clock out. Doyle takes the handoff, gets it up to the 21. Vancouver will burn a timeout. Coverage of the SFL on For the Fans starts at a new time next week, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Mexico City will battle Fort Worth in the tight as can be Tex-Mex division. Sounds delicious. Well, fellow division opponent Houston goes to London. All Atlantic games are in action later when Florida visits Charleston and Carolina hosts Jacksonville. The SFL on For the Fans. We put the fan in fantasy. Cochran hands the ball off, and that one is handed off to the backup running back, Matt.
Do they have a Freddie Fox on this team?
No, I don't believe they do.
Every team should have a Freddie Fox. They should just ship him from team to team because you only need him at the end of the game.
I am going to go to Sector 6 and purchase you a Freddie Fox jersey.
Ramos, we just sign the Fox.
Stanley Nordellis got that one and gets that handoff, or so that pass as well. 4th down and 3 as Vancouver burns their final timeout. Coming up on the SFL postgame update, we will send you back to SFL Studios to give you the latest SFL scoreboard update, and we'll preview SFL action that's coming up tonight on For the Fans and the SFL Twitch page. It's all coming up on the SFL postgame update.
Vancouver gets a block here, runs it into the end zone. Would be interesting.
New ball game. And no pressure applied there. Agrippa blasts that one all the way back to the 31. Maddox is able to get it up to the 36-yard line.
If I'm a team and Agrippa's punting, I go for the block every time, Mike. It's the only way you're going to not, I mean, the return does you no good pretty much. He outkicks everything. So just go for the block and see if you can get a deflection or something. Or at least tip the ball slightly and it'll go 40 yards instead of 50. All right.
Well, we'll see what Vancouver can do on this possession here. Pepper going deep right off the bat, and it's picked off right off the bat. Taken away by Evan Carroll, and that will do it as Vancouver has no timeouts, 54 seconds, a couple of kneel downs, and that will be it in this one.
Can't blame Pepper. You got to go deep. You got to put it all on the line, and unfortunately, nobody was home except for the Storm.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to win the ball game if you don't at least try to keep slinging it. But not all is lost for Vancouver in the Pacific Division. Los Angeles, losing yesterday, they fell to 5-4. So Vancouver will also fall to 5-4. So, it'll come down to tiebreakers on who's going to have the number 1 spot in the Pacific Division, but still 3 weeks left to play as well. So plenty of regular season action left to go. The Atlantic Division is going to be all Florida as they will advance to 7-2. Jacksonville right behind them at 6-3. But Florida still out in front of their own volition. So Tom Pepper ends the day 25-39, 251 yards. He had a touchdown, but 5 picks. And that will definitely seal his fate in that one. Ron Cochran on the other side of the field, 35-41, 315 yards, 85% completion percentage, Matt, 4 touchdowns. And he did also have 1 interception, but definitely led the Storm to victory. Final score in this one, Florida 38, Vancouver 20. Matt, your final thoughts on this one?
Just Florida with a well-balanced attack as far as receiving goes, but to me, I find it crazy the day Redford had. He was very effective, rushing, receiving, and yet the score is what it is, which with turnovers. So for great win by Florida, Vancouver's just got to limit those turnovers, get some more first downs, and man, this Florida offense is scary, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. Putting up 38 points today, and next week they're going to be heading out to Charleston, where they just put up 38 points in their ball game, and that game's not even quite over yet. So that'll definitely be a great one to keep an eye on. For Vancouver, they're going to head on the road once again next week, heading to San Diego. The Mavericks still on the search for their first victory. They only put up 9 points in this one, so Vancouver, set up well to bounce back next week.
Yeah.
But you can never count a team out, so still have to fight hard in that one. As we see the final highlights and stats roll through, Matt, who is your vote for player of the game in this one?
Ron Cochran.
Cochran all day, huh? What about J.W. Doyle? He had a pretty well-rounded day.
Yeah, it'd be Cochran and then it'd be Redford, but he doesn't play for Florida.
Right,
so yeah.
right.
Right. I mean, if you had to pick the second best player on the field, it's Redford.
Yeah, absolutely. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, but Doyle's got over 100 all-purpose yards too for the fullback. He's got over 50 yards on the ground, over 70 yards through the air. Well, it could be either one. I don't know. That's Ron Cochran, always sniping that player of the game. That'll do it for us in this one. For Matt Wilson, Gerald Smith, Tyler Falk, our commissioner and producer, Cameron Irvine, I am Mike Daggs. Final score, 38-20, Florida. We're now going to send it to a break, then back to SFL Studios for the post-game update. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
Welcome to SFL's post-game update. I'm Cameron Irvine. 38-20, Florida beats Vancouver. Interesting fact about this week, outside of Charleston, the two teams that scored over 30 this week have the two best records in the SFL. Denver 8-1, Florida 7-2. They take care of Vancouver, and Los Angeles gets a break. LA back ahead in the Pacific Division at 5-4. So your division winners heading into Week 10. 3 of them decided today. Fort Worth at 6-3, Tulsa at 5-4, and Los Angeles at 5-4. Charleston, they're routing San Diego, so for all intents and purposes, Charleston is 5-4 at this point. They are now 2 games back of Florida, and they play Florida next week. Coming up on the SFL's Twitch channel at 9:20 Eastern, Louisiana hosts Sioux Falls, 2 teams that are desperate for a victory and that were in the semifinals last year, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Carolina, now because of the Charleston victory, is last right now in the Atlantic Division. They need a win in the biggest way. So does Portland. They're 2-6, but because Vancouver and Los Angeles lost earlier this week, a Portland win gets them just 2 games back of the division lead, and Portland plays division leader Los Angeles next week. So both Portland and Carolina, along with Sioux Falls and Louisiana, have a lot to play for. Coming up in the late block, the 9 p.m. Eastern kickoff between Carolina and Florida just in a few minutes' time is on the FTF's Twitch channel at twitch.tv/FTF Next. 27-7 Fort Worth beats Houston. 20-16 Tulsa upsets St. Louis. 38-20 Florida takes care of Vancouver. 38-9 about to beat 41-9 Charleston routs the winless Mavericks. More SFL action concludes the night on FTF's Twitch. It's Stephen Hacker and Josh Zirkle, Jack Brown, Rochelle Colston leading the charge in the truck for Carolina and Portland. For all of us at the Simulation Football League, this has been a presentation of the SFL on For the Fans, and we'll see you next weekend for Week 10 action. Good night.